Welcome to the Charmed 3, an Expitality Outdoors short form series where I ask outdoor hospitality owners just 3 questions to uncover what really matters behind the places we love. I am talking with Blake Burris of Newbook. And Blake helps build what most guests never actually see, but they experience it, they feel it. And we're going to explore how vision becomes reality and how outdoor hospitality experiences are built to last. We have 3 quick questions today, Blake. The first
Perfect.
one relates to the bigger vision and impact. So, Blake, when you
hmm
think about the work that you do in outdoor hospitality, what is the bigger picture that you're really trying to create for guests, owners, and communities?
Gotcha. Great question to start. And thanks again for having me. I'd
Thank you for
say the
being here.
biggest, yeah, of course. I'd say this is probably going to be a little pointed towards owners. And
Mhm.
I think the biggest obstacle I see is execution for them. So most owners I work with, they really have a clear vision of where they want to go, but they really struggle to translate that vision into actual action. So when you study the best operators in the outdoor space, a common theme is that they don't just visualize the success, they actually plan it well and then they execute it. So Newbook's a property management software solution. So when you go online to book your hotel stay and you press the book now button, then you go through the whole reservation process to make your reservation. Are you familiar with that process?
Yes.
Perfect. So Newbook handles that operation in the campground, RV, and glamping space. So not only do we take the reservation, but we also manage the reservation and create a nice seamless guest experience prior to their stay, during the stay, and after the guest stay at your property.
So the challenge with execution would be what with owners?
Well, there's a lot of grand ideas, right? So,
Mhm.
yeah. So when you're an owner of a property, you always think like, hey, I want to offer the best guest experience. I want to offer the best RV site, but it's great to have a vision, right? But what are you going to do to actually execute that? Are you going to invest in those RV pads? Are you going to create the best uh, RV sites, meaning have the best gravel, have the most up to date pedestals for electricity? Are you going to actually deliver firewood to someone's actual site and create that guest experience? So vision is great, but again, when you see the best operators in the space, they really pair the two together, and not only do they envision their success, but they also execute it.
Okay, so you basically answered the next question because I'm getting us all tangled up like I normally do. I
Oh,
have
that's okay.
too much curiosity.
Yep.
So the question number 2 to bring everybody back and bring me back, how this actually happens. So we're talking about the path there, right? The practical aspects that we're kind of moving into right now. So, what are the biggest obstacles that owners face in making that vision real? And then where do you see your work making the biggest difference? I know you're starting to answer that, but let's go a little deeper with that.
Yeah. So I think where New Book makes the biggest difference is we're trying to make camping really easy and fun for the general public, right? So I really believe that we're only scratching the surface when it comes to how many people actually camp or RV or backpack
Yeah,
today, right? So I
yeah.
think there's a huge opportunity to welcome new audiences into the outdoors by creating a memorable experience that's more approachable to guests.
First of all, I love that you said it's like camping is supposed to be fun and easy. We have such a
Yep.
great industry, right? It's about fun and recreation and relationships and family and nature and all the things. And then if you get on site and you're about to book that fun experience and it's a terrible booking experience, you're already making a mistake, right? Because it's an
Yeah.
opportunity you have to really create fun and ease. So, how is Newbook doing that? How is that any different than anybody else out there? There's a bunch of different booking platforms.
Yeah, I think uh, a lot of the booking platforms, they're pretty up to date. Um, and I actually call it a space race in our space
Base
without the
race.
other, yeah, without the other PMS solutions. I don't think that this proper guest experience is actually as great as it is currently, right? So we're all pushing each other to create the best experience, not only
Good.
for the guests, but for our operators. So without each other, none of this would even exist, right? So
Ah, what a
yeah,
great thing to say. Yeah,
yeah, but I really believe that
true.
the rising tide does lift all boats, right?
Yeah.
So for us to grow in a healthy, lasting way, I think we need more standardization across operations, right? So a lot of parks right now, there's so many ways to check in a guest, right? And there's no standard way to check in a guest,
Hmm.
right? And there's a lot of different interpretations of like what defines a luxury RV resort versus a traditional RV park.
Right.
So
True.
yeah, so inconsistency actually creates confusion for guests. And if, like you said, if a guest has a bad experience, not only do they not come back, but they don't come back camping or RVing to anyone's park. So that's why we want to raise standards and get things right. Now, how Newbook differs from the competition is I think we have a lot of insights into your guests and who they really are, right? So
Mhm.
not all guests are alike. Some guests have pets. Some guests have families. Some guests are luxury RV resort go-getters, right? So when you have those demographics, you can actually retarget those guests and cater to what they're actually looking for, which is dependent on what your property is offering. So by identifying who your guest is, well, you create a tailored guest experience, and that's what Newbook does really well.
That is so
Mm-hmm.
significant. And I think that does
Yeah.
move us into question three as well, which is what does sustainable success really look like in outdoor hospitality? And what do owners need to get right to protect both their business and their quality of life, which matters, right? Because you can't
Yep.
really deliver when you're not taking care of yourself. So, how does that all work?
Yeah, I think that owners need to get two things right. So I think it's collaboration and
Mm,
clear expectations, right? So again,
excellent.
yeah, you need to work together. I think your next door neighbor, the other RV park that's next door, the glamping resort that's next door, um, y'all need to work together. When operators work together to establish these shared standards, in like the rules of the road, right? It protects that guest experience. And in turn, it protects the health of the long term business. So, again, I'm going to go back and say one bad experience can easily turn someone away from camping altogether. And
Yeah.
that's a loss for the whole industry. So, I think sustainable success means growing the market together while creating some standards across each park and what guests can expect.
I love that answer. Everything
Yeah.
that you're sharing, it just, it shows the values and the integrity of the industry. I think a lot of people feel that way, and yet they don't necessarily know, back to your original point, they don't necessarily know how to achieve that vision. So, what you're
Mhm.
doing with New Book is creating a structure, a format, systems, and processes by which they can actually execute on that. And that pretty much takes us full circle back to the beginning of our quick conversation here. So, Blake, I want to thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and for giving us a behind the scenes look at what it really takes to build a great outdoor hospitality venue sustainably, responsibly, and in a fun, creative way. So, if you happen to be an owner, operator, or developer and you are watching this and thinking, I need help executing on my amazing venue, please reach out to Blake at Newbook, and I'll put all of his contact information in the description here. And also, if conversations like this matter to you, the kind that honor presence, place, and well-being in outdoor hospitality, please make sure you subscribe to Expitality Outdoors for more quick episodes of the Charmed Three, plus interviews, insights, and stories from the people shaping the future of this industry. Until next time, keep creating spaces where people don't just stay because people are inspired not by what they know to be accurate, but by what they can believe is possible for them. And hospitality makes it possible for them to believe. The experience of hospitality truly does transform the world. That is what we're here doing together. I really appreciate you and your time today. Do you have any burning desire for any last parting words?
No, no, I don't. I just wish success to everyone in the industry. Good luck. And again, collaborate with each other. And if I'm here to assist, I love to just offer a sense making point of view. I'm not going to overload you with information. I just want to help guide you and offer best practice. So thanks
Yeah.
for having me. Appreciate it, Michelle.
Oh, thank you, Blake. And Blake's been out there
Mhm.
talking to a lot of people for a long time. So if he offers a conversation with you, I'd say take him up on that. There's value in that. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Ciao for now.